like clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Remember my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual.
What is going on, guys? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 best controller players in Fortnite, and this is going to be completely my opinion. The things I'm going to be looking at are how they've qualified in the World Cup, how they've qualified and done in previous events, and if I actually think of their skill, what I think of their skill, and what I think of actually how they play. But yeah, so again, you guys might not agree with me. If you don't, or if you think I'm missing someone or I shouldn't have had someone, let me know in the comments below. Keep it super chill. I'm curious to see all of your guys's, like, what you guys think about it, and I'm curious to see how you guys think and who actually is the top 5 best controller players in the world. So yeah, let's get right into today's video, and make sure you smash the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you use creator code WraithFN in the item shop. Let's get right into it. So coming in at number 5, we have Nic Mercs himself. Now, ever since Fortnite blew up, I'm sure all of you guys know who Nic Mercs is. He's an absolute god controller player. Like I said, he's been here from the very start of Fortnite. We all know him. We all love him. He's an absolute beauty to watch. Really cool guy, and he's actually very filthy at the game. Now, personally, I'm not going to lie, I did not think he would have done well in the World Cup. I don't know why. I think it's because his building and editing was a little bit slow and really not that good compared to a lot of the pro players. Yet he has been working on it. I will give him that, and it's actually been coming in pretty good for him because he's been placing pretty well, and I think he overshone what a lot of people thought he'd be able to do. Like, he's done really well, and it's pretty impressive. So he's actually finished 106th in the solo, which isn't unbelievable, but again, still very good for a controller player, and a lot better than a lot of people can actually say they've done. So again, very impressive for him to do that, as well as he's actually finished very high in the duos, which, yes, it is a little bit due to Neo, but also I think he's done very well as well. And I think they finished like 16th or something. For some reason it's not loading right now, but I'm pretty sure he finished around 16th, what it was. And yeah, he's done very well. A lot of people did not think he would have done this well, and he's just actually showed him off and showed that he's still one of the best controller players of today's game. Now coming in at number 4, we have Neo Roach, or however you pronounce his second part of his name. I don't know exactly know. But now this guy is kind of came out of honestly nowhere. I talked about him in Aiden's top 10 best controller players, and honestly I never really heard about him before that list, and a lot of people didn't even know who he was until he actually, well, Nic Mercs picked him up as a duo partner, and ever since he's been picked up, he's been absolutely like popping off. Everyone now knows who he is. He's an absolute god. He is, again, like, well, obviously he is, but he's definitely top 5 of best controller players, arguably even higher on this list. Again, it's all personal opinion, but yeah, he's definitely very filthy, and him and Nic Mercs kind of work very well together, and honestly they are the best controller duo team in the world. No one even comes close to them, I think, personally. Obviously there's a little bit better controller players, but just as a controller team, for 2 of them to place whatever it was 16th or whatever in the World Cup, that's very impressive, and not many people can say or even get close to being able to do that. So it's been very impressive watching him work and being able to do what he's been doing. Coming in at number 3, we have our first member of Ghost. Now, Ghost Camo, or however you pronounce his name, is an absolute god. Now, he's from Germany, and he does play on European servers, and for those of you that don't know, European servers are definitely, in a lot of people's opinion, including mine, the most sweatiest region basically. For example, when you're playing Europe for the World Cup, you have to get at least 60 points just to qualify to the finals. So pretty sweaty if you guys ask me, and he's actually done very consistent. He is probably one of the most consistent players I think I've seen, not even just controller but PC wise as well, and or keyboard and mouse wise. He's finished in duos, he's finished 23rd, 26th, and 94th, and his partners is who, if you guys don't know, is coming later on this list. Spoiler alert, but you guys should probably already know that. And then for solos, he's finished actually 13th once as well as 69th. So if that doesn't speak for itself, I don't know what to tell you guys. But yeah, this guy's an absolute god. He's been very good for a long time. Like for example, in the Winter Royale, he actually finished 14th in the EU finals. So even that's very, very impressive doing that. As well as he finished 17th in the Scallyway Cup with Izza. And yeah, they are absolutely gods. And actually, I kind of take it back. If I didn't even realize that Izza and Kamo were duo partners, which means they are even better than Mercs and Neo. Like as a duo team, this is absolutely incredible having two PC players or two controller players such as that working together. Absolutely incredible. The L2 spam on that, I can't even imagine. So I take it back about Nic Mercs. But yeah, these guys are absolute gods together, and they've clearly shown they work well together. Now, before I get into the top two, I just want to give a quick shout out to Faze Jarvis, who I don't think breaks the top 10 best controller players, but I definitely think he's probably number 6. Like, he's an absolute god. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably were going to complain saying, oh, he's easily in the top 10. What do you mean, or top 5? But yeah, he's definitely very, very good. He's performed pretty well in the World Cup, actually pretty surprisingly. I think his best like attribute is just his mechanics. I don't think he's the best like thinker in the game. Like he doesn't have the best game sense. But overall, I think he's just obviously a very, very good player, and he's shown it. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw in this guy really quickly so people don't get too frustrated that he's not in. Now coming in to the number 2 spot, we have Ghost Aiden. Same with Nic Mercs. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably already know who this guy is. He's been an OG in the game, and everyone kind of knows who he is, especially that whole feud that happened between him and Nic Mercs back in the very, very early summer skirmishes, or whatever skirmish that was. I think it was the very, very first. He absolutely popped off, and ever since then, everyone knew who Ghost Aiden was, and he's actually performed very well in the World Cup. And recently, I'm sure if you guys don't know, he actually qualified for the World Cup in NA West, and his dual partner is Go Sean, who's also very, very good, and they work perfectly together. And yeah, I'm sure, like I said, a lot of you guys probably already know who he is. I don't need to go too in depth into him, but this man is an absolute freak show. He drops, not only does he place very high, but he absolutely claps kids. I don't even know how he does it, but he ends up getting so many kills, like early game, end game, mid game, whatever requires for him. He is just an absolute god. Not only does he have the L2 spam, but he actually can out edit people even on keyboard and mouse. It's pretty impressive watching him play, and he's definitely someone I recommend to learn from because he is very good and he's very consistent. He doesn't just like do well once, like he's been placing high in every single tournament since Fortnite's actually opened up, right? So I highly recommend watching this guy. He's absolutely filthy. Plus he's a huge beauty. He's super funny to watch, and I really enjoy watching him. So like I said, I recommend you guys do as well. Now, I'm sure all of you guys have been waiting, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already guessed who's number 1, but let's get into the number 1 spot. Now, coming in at the number 1 spot, we have the absolute European god, Ghost Izza. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably already guessed that he's going to be in here, and everyone basically pretty knows who he is. When Mongrel started popping off, Izza started popping off, and he is just so filthy. He drops 30 bombs, 20 bombs, and he's done so well in the World Cup, and he is probably the best mechanical and intelligent controller player in the world. I think personally, like, he's a very far above where Aiden is and stuff. Like, Aiden and stuff is very good, don't get me wrong. Like, all those guys are very impressive to watch, like I stated. But I think Izza's just on a whole nother level. He makes it look like he's on keyboard and mouse and an absolute god on keyboard and mouse. He's just so filthy. He's done very well in the World Cup. He's placed in the solos 22nd, 5th, as well as 39th. And in the duos with Kamo, like I said, they finished 23rd, 26th, and 94th. So very good. He obviously qualified in the solo and duos. Wouldn't be surprised if they qualified the last week. They are just so good together. And like I said, just like all these guys on this list, he's been consistent for a while now. Like, he finished 4th overall in the Winter Royale finals. Like, he is very good. I definitely recommend watching this guy play because it's absolutely astonishing to see that this guy plays not on keyboard and mouse. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Like, you'd be thinking it is someone like Mongrel playing. Like, that's how good he is. He's just so intelligently smart and so consistent. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button on the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you use creator code WraithFN in the item shop. And like I say every single video, if you want to see something specific or you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to answer you or even make a video about it for you guys. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.